Alright guys, this is going to be a quick overview of the SkullCandy. You can tell, obviously I already opened the package up. So these are the Method 360 ANC XT. That's a pretty long name. The ANC is the active noise cancellation, I guess. And you can see it says sound by Bose. So my original intent to do a comparison of these to some AirPod Pros, the Pro 2. I decided not to do that because the comparison really wouldn't be completely fair since I am kind of tied into Apple a little bit. And of course, I do have the, sorry, I'm just moving that camera a little bit. I do have an iPhone, which is what I'm using to record this video. So rather than do the comparison, I'm just going to do my thoughts on the headphones. So the first thing, of course, is when you open up the case, this is what's inside. So you have your charging case and holder right here with the headphones inside. And your user manual. They give you some extra ear gels, which is really nice. So these are the parts that actually go into your ear. And these are, as you'll see, they kind of go around the outside of the earbuds and they hold it into your ear a little bit more securely. And then they give you this charging cord, which you can see it's like the shortest charging cord I've ever seen. I'm sure it works. I didn't use it. Most people have an abundance of cables, so I just used one that I already had. That was a normal size. So anyway, so let's move on to this. So you have the SkullCandy logo, and it comes with this little built-in lanyard, I guess. This is kind of nice because it does just push open like that, so it's easy to clip on to a belt loop or any kind of a buckle. So and that just opens up, and of course your earbuds are inside here, and SkullCandy logo, and they are magnetic, so they just snap right in. And so you'll notice the one's higher than the other. The left side is higher. It's actually marked. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. It says left and right there. So when it's facing away from you and you reach to grab it, so you would grab it this way, and as you lift your hand up, then of course it would be right side up, and then you would just put it in your ear. So that's a kind of a thoughtful feature that they made it that way. So it's just a smooth motion to put those in. It definitely makes it a little bit nicer. I was pretty happy about that. It just shows they actually put some thought into the design of it. Going for the sound. So they sound actually really good. And there's a accompanying app that you can get for your phone, and that will actually let you choose different music profiles. And also it has a built-in EQ, and I'll put a screenshot of it up on the screen so you guys can see what it looks like. That works really well. Again, the sound is really good. They're not really bass heavy. I guess maybe more so than some other headphones or earbuds. But of course, with the adjustable EQ, you can dial that out depending on the kind of music you're listening to. So the active noise reduction, that works actually also really well. It does cancel out the outside surrounding noise. It does have a pass-through feature, which I think they list on here. It's called Stay Aware. And if you use that, the sound that it lets in from the outside is very natural. It is adjustable for the volume, but I found it to be, when you're using it with the Stay Aware, with the volume set about the middle, it pretty much sounded like you didn't even have any headphones or earphones in at all. It was, again, very natural sounding. The volume was very good. So they work well. I think anybody who buys these is going to be really happy with them. As I mentioned earlier, that I was going to do a comparison. in the overall, I've decided to actually return these, not through really any fault of these headphones. It was just the AirPod Pro 2s are a better fit for my lifestyle and for what's important to me. But if I didn't have those, or if I was probably using an Android, I would definitely have these as one of my top considerations. I haven't tried out every kind of earbud out there. I know there's a variety of them, but these were about $100. They're not crazy expensive. Some earbuds, of course, can get up to $300 or $400. Certainly over 200. So for $100, these work really well. I'm gonna pull one out just so you guys can kind of see that. And let me hold this up. And so this piece goes into the outer part of your ear, and that's the part that goes into your ear canal. And I will say, out of a lot of different earbuds that I've tried, these are extremely comfortable and they fit very securely without feeling, within 5 minutes, honestly, you'll probably forget that you're wearing them. And there's no, as far as my experience, I don't think there's any chance of these falling out. They were a very secure fit, but they weren't tight to where it was hurting your ear. So they've done a really good job on this. And as far as the battery life, I'll put the screenshot up that advertises their battery life. They did really well for me. I had no problems. And of course, the case doubles as the charger. You can see that's where it gets plugged in right there. But so when you're on the go, if your earbuds are getting low on battery life, you just pop them back in for a little bit and the case will charge it. Again, I'll put that up on the screen so you guys can see. So if you're in the market for some earbuds, I would definitely recommend taking a look at these. Again, they're the SkullCandy Method 360 ANC XT. They work really well. They're fairly inexpensive for what they are. And, I would recommend trying these just to see if they're a good fit for you. But SkullCandy has done a really, really great job with these. And I've had some other SkullCandy products, and those were over-the-ear headphones, which were outstanding. Probably some of my favorites. So hopefully, you found this video helpful. If you're looking at buying some earbuds, and this will, maybe you weren't going to look at SkullCandies. I know for a long time they had a reputation as maybe being a little bit cheaper. At least that's the way I felt about it. They do sound really good, and the noise reduction works really well. So definitely put these on your short list of earbuds to look at if you're on the market. So if you found the video helpful, consider subscribing to the channel, or at least give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys soon.